Namaskar to all. In this video, we will tell you about Northeast Partition and two important acts that were constituted post 1971 war. So stay tuned till end, and if you like the video, do subscribe and comment and let us know what more are you looking for. Britishers left India so easily? Of course no. With Northeast, the tragedy erupted after the partition. In this video, we will take you through a series of events that took place in the northeastern region of India after the partition. Let me also take you through the unexplored tract of the tragic partition. India gained independence in 1947 and there were three states, Assam and the princely states of Manipur and Tripura. Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland constituted part of the larger territory of Assam. Eventually, they break away from the pack and get dissociated to form their own distinct states. Assam was the first to gain statehood in 1947 after independence, followed by Nagaland in 1963, Meghalaya, Tripura and Manipur in 1972, Arunachal Pradesh in 1975 and Mizoram in 1987. The formation of northeastern states was based on their ethics and tribal entities, unlike other states who only share their diversity primarily on a linguistic basis to form their state. Northeastern regions have distinct cultures, festivals, art, forms and leaders to lead in every small region and tribe. Independence brought devastating division. Bengali-speaking Sylhet district of Assam went to East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. There were many unforeseen consequences after the partition in this region which affected the following years of partition. McMahon Line, the boundary line between British India and the Tibet since 1914, which also draw the line Indo Burma border in 1937, ended in 1947 after partition. The change of the frontiers into borders parted the local tribes into more than one sovereign nation. This further not only restricted their movement beyond national boundaries but also affected their economic and cultural relations. In October 1947, the Tibetan government wrote a note to the government of India asking for return of the territories that the British had illegitimately occupied from Tibet. Among these were listed Sayul and Walong, and in the direction of Pemoke, Lonang, Lopa, Mon, Bhutan, Sikkim, Darjeeling and others on the side of river Ganga. Similar claims were apparently made against China as well. Nevertheless, after a few months, Tibet had to agree on the proposal as these claims were not taken seriously by the Indian government and demanded to be treated as on par as was in British Raj, just the way they were treated in British Raj. The tough years continued for the country during the 1960s. Tough years, and then we fought two wars, one with China in 1962 and the one in 1965 with Pakistan. New Mizo rebellion also started in 1966 along with the Naga movement. The neighboring countries China and East Pakistan were Mizo rebels with arms and requisite training. Furthermore, 98% of the region's borders are international and it's connected through only a 22-kilometer wide Siliguri corridor. It was then said by Sanjay Barua that all this made the people of the state anxious about the possibility of external and internal threats of enemies coming together as a threat to national security. To maintain the security of the region, the government was forced to introduce new policies and start new programs. The Indian Parliament passed two acts, Northeastern Areas Reorganization Act and Northeastern Council Act in the last week of 1971. Just after few days, India fought and won war against Pakistan on its eastern borders. The Reorganization Act was executed to create new structure of governance in the region by creating new states with the aim to develop local stakeholders in the political process of the region. We will also give you details when these states got established. As we have mentioned in our earlier videos, Assam was the first to gain statehood with the rest of the country in 1947, followed by Nagaland in 1963, Meghalaya, Tripura and Manipur in 1972, Arunachal Pradesh in 1975 and Mizoram in 1987. Sikkim was added as a state of India in 1975 and finally integrated with other northeastern states in 2002. So these states came into existence as full states or as union territories. It also sought to expand the state apparatus into the hinterlands where a sense of belonging to the Indian state was very weak. The second act, Northeastern Council Act, created the Northeastern Council to plan and supervise security and development matters. It came into existence on 7th November 1972 at Shillong. The Council acts as an advisory body. The Council includes state chief ministers, governors and officials from union ministries. It acts as an advisory body and discusses any related matter to the state having a common interest and giving advice to the central government. The presence of the governors, often from the armed forces and other security agencies, as the council also reviews security and public order and then recommends government and state to take necessary actions. Security concerns often played a crucial role in central government decisions because of international relations and the complex geopolitics of that particular region. The officials from union ministries in council gave the central government an upper hand in development and economic planning. Moreover, the states are dependent on the central government for most of their budgets, leaving them very little room to decide how are they going to spend the money and utilize their resources. An attempt to formalize a messy and a long-drawn process in a regulated way by keeping in mind the diverse political and cultural affiliations. After becoming an official category, Northeast was used liberally by all, be it policymakers, security analysts, media, academicians, and various institutions and organizations. Many universities and different research centers are named after it. Union Ministry of Development of Northeast Region, Northeastern Hill University, the Center for Northeast Studies and Policy Research at Jamia Millia Islamia, and the Special Center for the Study of Northeast India at Jawaharlal Nehru University. We also have various academic, students' church and other organizations with Northeastern in their names. Northeast India Political Science Association, Northeast India History Association, Northeast Student Organization, Council of Baptist Churches in Northeast India, Northeast India Christian Churches and Northeast United Football Club. Sri Shendu Mukhopadhyay, the noted Bengali writer, had clearly pointed out that there has been hardly any proper documentation of partition historiography. So this is the rich and very important history of northeastern part of India. The state is very important with regard to organic farming, power projects as a developmental sector for our country and has extremely serious security challenges from China, Myanmar and Pakistan. We'll tell you more about similar aspects in our future videos. We hope our video was useful to you. If you like it, do subscribe and share. Also, please write in your comments if it resonated with you and let us know if you want some more about the same thing in our content. Thank you and Jai Hind.